Hello big people, Mike here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to update the firmware on your Leica Q3. And for Leica Q3 there are two ways of updating your firmware, one being using the Leica Photo app and second is using your SD card. And me personally, I don't like to update my firmware using a mobile app because updating a firmware is a very delicate process where you don't want anything to go wrong while it's updating, because if it does, you're basically going to have a very expensive brick. And you know, for instance, like if you're using a mobile app, there are so many different ways to get interrupted. Let's say you might get a phone call, you might lose battery on your phone, or lose internet connection, or lose Bluetooth connection with your camera, blah blah blah, all kinds of stuff. I don't want to risk it, so I've been using SD card method for all my different cameras. So first of all, before you even touch your SD card, make sure that you charge your camera to your full battery capacity, because like I said earlier, you don't want it to get interrupted or turn off or lose power in the middle of the firmware update, because it will result in, like I said, a brick. So first you want to charge it to a full power just to make sure, and then go get your SD card. You could probably use the one that you're already using, but if you're gonna be planning on doing that, you want to back up all the images or videos that you took with the camera to your computer or somewhere, because you are going to be formatting this card. So once you backed up all the files or anything that was inside of the SD card, put it back in, and then we'll go to the format inside of the camera and you will format it. And once it's formatted, let's go ahead and insert into your computer. And in my case, I am using a Mac, but for Windows users, it's probably going to be very similar process. Once you plug in your SD card, you're gonna see a drive pop up. Open that drive, and then let's open up a web browser. I'll probably put a link to the firmware update file that's on Leica page, so please check out the link. And you're gonna download that file, move that file into the Leica SD card that you just formatted. And once it's copied over, let's safely eject the SD card and let's put it back into your camera. So once it's back into the camera, let's turn it back on and go to camera information inside your menu, and you will click on start updating. And once you click that, it's gonna ask you if you want to export or save your user profile. This, I would recommend you do it, because once your firmware is updated, all your previous settings are gonna be gone. So try to export it or save it onto the SD card. So you click yes, and then you begin your update. While this updating firmware process is going, don't take out your battery, don't turn off your camera, just leave it and let it be, and be patient, because you don't want to do anything that will interrupt this process. For me, this process took around 2 to 3 minutes. I was actually holding it on my hand. So once it's done, it's going to ask you to restart the camera. And once you restart your camera, you're gonna see the initial Leica logo popping out as if you're first, turning it on. And you're gonna do all the new initial setup process. And once it's done, it's basically going to be default settings. Go to user profile and then go down, and you want to import your profiles back again. And you still have the SD card inside your camera, just import it, and then boom, you're just gonna have all your settings back. So that is the way to update your firmware on your Leica Q3 using the SD card. Yes, you can probably use the Leica Photo app, but I rather feel more comfortable using the SD card method. So that's it for me today. Hopefully you guys like my video. If it helped you guys, please give me a like and subscribe if you guys want to see more camera related content in the future. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.